Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I'm your host, the voice of reason. The title of this video is called Prosperity, question mark. And the reason that I have titled the video Prosperity is this is commentary and analysis on the Prosperity Party of Ethiopia, led by Mr. Abiy Ahmed. What is prosperity? What is the definition of prosperity for the Ethiopian Prosperity Party? And I should now, presently, in the current state that we're in, define the state of Ethiopia as the former state of Ethiopia, because many of the apparatuses of which you would find in a normal state simply do not now exist inside of the former state of Ethiopia, especially in many areas of the Oromia region. Obviously, the Tigray region is now a completely and separate entity governing itself and at war with the remnants of the Ethiopian state and the Amhara region as well. But again, in going back and looking in retrospect and talking about the Prosperity Party, what is prosperity? What would be the definition of prosperity? And I would welcome commentary and comments in the comment section to discuss this issue. And if we can go back and we can look at the state of Ethiopia prior to November of 2020, when certain decisions were made to cancel the governing processes inside of the Tigray region, to cancel a scheduled election, and then furthermore conduct negotiations with an external state actor, the likes of Eritrea, which again is not a democratic nation, has never had an election, and is run by the despotic leader of that nation, Isaias Afwerki. And again, negotiations and efforts were made in terms of conspiring to then launch all-out war against one of the regions inside of Ethiopia, and that is the Tigray region. So has that led to prosperity? Has that decision-making process that occurred many months prior to the kickoff of the November War, has that decision led to prosperity? And I would ask everyone who is watching this video to try and answer that question. Do you feel that Ethiopia is going to be more prosperous because it chose to enter into a gigantic and massive war with one of its own regions? Has that helped anything? Is Ethiopia heading towards prosperity? And as we sit and we look at the current situation, and we look at the efforts that are now going to be required by the government inside of Addis Ababa, the current government, to raise a massive army, to increase military expenditures, to basically destroy the economy in the long run, you're probably going to see massive hyperinflation is going to set in. And any progress that was made prior to the events of late 2020 are going to be completely erased. I would ask, and if you still see Ethiopia as a functioning state entity, is the Prosperity Party under Abiy Ahmed guiding the state of Ethiopia? I say it's the former state of Ethiopia, but if you define it as a ongoing and working concern, then that's perfectly reasonable. Is Ethiopia heading towards prosperity? How is that possible? Is it possible? And I would say no, it's not. And I don't know how it could be heading towards prosperity with what is occurring inside of Ethiopia now. We have 2, possibly 3 very serious internal conflicts that are taking place. Number one is in the Tigray region, and now it is in the Amhara region, between Amhara, Tigray, and then obviously the Oromia region as well. So this is what we are seeing. This is the status quo. This is what is occurring. Is this prosperity? Would you define this as prosperity? Can you see a light at the end of the tunnel with the Prosperity Party in control and the decision-making processes that the Prosperity Party and Abiy Ahmed are making regarding the future of Ethiopia? I would say look at that very closely and examine that, and then come to a conclusion. And let's talk about it in the comment section. Have a great day, everybody.